So Dan, tell us a little bit more about Polytech and what you all are about.
Sure. Polytech Industrial, we're in Huntersville, North Carolina, and we are a CNC precision machining facility. We're a solid polymer shapes distributor. We sell things like Teflon and nylon and Delrin to those folks who use it. We machine custom components for industry, very complex assemblies for things like weapons for the DoD, medical devices, and we also help folks with ideas. They'll come in and we'll help them choose the right materials to make an invention. Some folks just come in with a paper towel and a Sharpie sketch, and we'll bring that forward all the way to a prototype and sometimes even a complete product.
I'm glad you said that, because I got a little drawing here that we're going to talk about before the show gets over. You didn't think you were going to leave without me coming up with my spectacular idea, right?
A lot of great inventions were born on a napkin.
Let's back up. How did this happen, right? How did you get here? I went to your website, and I love your story. You started with $11, right, in your pocket.
Yeah, that was back in 2000. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about how you got here, because you don't build what you build without having some sort of foundation to get started. Can you talk about that?
Great question. As an entrepreneur, I've actually never worked for a company. I've always worked for myself. Back when I was 14, actually, I worked with my dad, and he taught me how to understand the aspects of distribution and manufacturing. And so I went from everything from sweeping the floor to running machines to supervising to selling to teaching. And I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit within the family. Yep. Every day, every morning, playing Monopoly with my brothers and sisters every single day.
Right.
What were you, the car or the dog?
I always tried for the car. But, my brother David used to take that pretty quick.
So Dan, go ahead, Joe.
I still want to get to why this industry, why this type of business, because it's very unique. I mean, I know you get up every morning and think, it's what I do for a living, but for so many people, you really do make dreams and come true for us small business people that write on the napkin, right? Without a guy like you, we can't implement these ideas that we have. So how did you get into this particular industry?
Well, this particular industry is multifaceted. So we have the capability at Polytech to not only help folks choose the right material, but we can actually make it for them. So an example would be a soldier back in 2002 where he had a prototype of a tourniquet, and he had a little trouble making it in production. So me and another friend of mine helped him bring that through to fruition, in which case the government actually chose it as the tourniquet of choice, which was the CAT, the Combat Application Tourniquet. And through that success, we've saved over about 8,000 American lives in combat. And I use that success and that story to energize people who come up through the ranks, to graduate from college, and they kind of live in that ocean of commonality where they don't think they're exceptional. They don't think they've got that advantage. So what we try to do is we invite them in, and we try to teach them that, in order to be extraordinary, you have to do something extra. You have to rise above. Most folks live in that 211 degree, just kind of going to make it there. And in order to get to that 212th degree where water becomes steam, and steam is power, and power is locomotives, you have to do that one thing extra. You have to kind of step out, live beyond that fear of failure. So that's pretty important. Stepping over that fear of, I can't do this, or I'm really good at this, but I don't know how to balance a checkbook, or I'm really good at financing, but I don't know what plastics are all about. So we try to surround those folks with professionals and smart people who can fill in the gaps of those knowledge bases. And that's really helped a lot of people move forward. And we have a building in Huntersville where we incubate those companies and help them get started.
You incubate and get them to 212.
Exactly right.
I love it.
Dan, how many companies do you think you've helped in the past, and how many are you currently working with?
Currently working with about 28 I think we would probably have helped 50 or so in the past. Some have grown up and left, and some have decided, this entrepreneurial thing is not quite for me, because it takes a certain personality. It takes a little bit of a Teflon coating. It takes persistence. And I always
But
say
that's success too, because when they realize it's not something they want to do, instead of having this regret of not trying it, that's success.
That's a very good point. Yes.
How many
Yeah.
jobs do you think have come from those initiatives? You have any idea?
Several hundred.
Several hundred.
Yeah. Me, myself, we have about 70 people in Huntersville. I've got 6 companies now, and totally, I'd say in 100 just from that one invention, Born on That Napkin. And beyond that, I'd say a couple of hundred that we've helped grow
What do
up
you
and
think
move
the common denominator is amongst those that continued? Do you have anything?
I would say there's a few things, and that's a very good question. I would say there's a few things. There would be the desire to look for those opportunities, the ability to recognize the opportunity that your strengths support, the courage to pursue it, and then the 2 or 3 last components is persistence, and persistence.
Yeah.